Hello and welcome to the Legacy Crusaders YouTube channel. This is Benji, and today I'm joined by Gary of... What channel name are we going by now?
So I have my Twitch is Frosty Survive, and then my YouTube is Yugioh. I am actually working on getting those combined, so definitely stay tuned for that. But as of right now, it is Yugioh on YouTube.
The most interesting name of all Yu-Gi-Oh channel names. So, you're going to show us how to play Spyral today, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's your experience with Spyral in general?
So I never got to play in Tier 0 Spyral format, but I'm very well versed with combo decks, and being able to pick this one up straight away, I bought my souls and have been testing the deck ever since. The list before you guys today is definitely, in my opinion, one of the most consistent. And I feel like a lot of people are overextending too hard in their boards, especially if they don't have a way to make Trigate. A lot of people who play this deck right now just haven't played enough, and so a lot of times I see people go to Trigate and then they're like, oh no, I'm missing one of my pieces and I can't make the Trigate combo. Where you could have just went like Appaloosa with Griffin, and a lot of times that's enough, even if you have like just a sleeper or like the sleeper in hand for next turn, games 2 and 3. And so I enjoy the list itself. I don't know if you want to do card for card.
Oh, we're going to do that right now. I was watching you play it on stream yesterday. Much better than I was expecting. I walked into like all the games with awful rulings and other stuff going on DB, and I don't do DB because I don't argue with people on rulings. It was whooping everyone. It was great, and you had a lot of really competent and sensible plays to make. So if you're not familiar with this series, a deck expert shares their deck list. They tell me how to play out my hands on a few games on Yugioh Pro. He has no control over the cards, so he has to explain what I'm supposed to do. And I'm just going to try and do what you, the audience, would do and ask questions. Because I tried to play the deck for 5 minutes before we got on here, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So hopefully we'll be able to learn a bit from this. So just quick card by card. We got 1 Sleeper, 2 Master Plan, 3 Super Agent, 1 Last Resort, 1 Quick Fix, 1 Drone, 3 really expensive Magician Souls, 1 Tough, 3 Droll, 3 DD Crow, 1 1 for 1. Always feels weird saying. 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 2 Foolish Burial of Goods, 3 Where Art Thou, 3 Called by the Grave, 2 copies of Dark Magic Veil, 1 Spyral Big Red, 1 Assault, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Spyral Resort, 3 copies of Mission Rescue, and 1 Utility Wire. In the extra deck, we have 1 Boral Sword, 1 Nightmare Griffin, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Borreload, 1 Topologic Zeroboros, my personal favorite extra deck monster right now, 1 Curious, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Trigate Wizard, 2 Spyral Double Helix, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Barricade Borg Blocker, 1 Linkaribo, 1 Abyss Dweller. And in the side deck, we have 3 Nibiru the Primal Being, 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, 1 Pankratops, 3 Anti-Magic Arrows, 3 A Pointer of the Red Lotus, which led to a ton of ruling issues yesterday, and 3 copies of Evenly Matched. Anything about your build that's worth mentioning before we get into some games?
So, especially in the sideboard, A Pointer of the Red Lotus, it did conjure up a couple rulings yesterday. There is a revised text right now that does say, and even like right here, it says until the end phase of your opponent's the next turn. The guy that I was playing against, the card text on DB just says until the end phase, which is really bad. But it does banish a card out of your opponent's hand for 2 end phases, which is really good.
So the current turn is when you activate it, and then the next end phase would be the end phase of the turn that's not the current turn.
Correct.
Okay, and I think there was a ruling, like a YCS, that it did not read that way. So there's something to dispute there, which justifies the arguments over this card, I guess.
YCS Ramini.
Okay, that was like a few years ago, like 2015, 2017, one of the two. I don't remember. Okay. So it was ruled that it would only go until that current end phase, which if it does do that on Yugioh Pro, I guess it's not the worst thing because we're using it to do what?
So essentially, you make up your Spyral board, and a lot of people are trying to find ways to out things like evenly, Sphere Mode, and like Dark Rule no more. You can set this with Curious, or send this with Curious and set it with Griffin. I usually just side into 3 because if you can't send it, you still need it game 2 and 3 if you're going first, because you make up your board and then you can set it. And then on their turn, flip it in the draw phase and get rid of things like the Sphere Mode, the Evenly, the Dark Ruler, the Kaiju. And if they have none of those and they're unfortunate, then you rip a combo starter, and that it just makes it really hard for them to play.
All right, so it's like a Mind Crush that's still functional, I suppose.
Well, yeah, because you also get to look at their hand and base out how you're gonna negate and destroy things because you know what's coming.
Alright, and just make sure you have a card in your hand when you activate this. It is a requirement
Yeah.
of this card. You have to show your hand to your opponent. A friend of mine played it at some regional, and the only card he left in his hand was Max C. So he showed his opponent Max C, and they just scooped. They didn't even want to like see anything else. That was pretty funny.
Understandable.
Alright, so we're going to play a few games. We're actually going to try and play matches so we can actually use the side deck.
Sure.
You do play on Yugioh Pro, so you are familiar that we have a ridiculously weird Yugioh Pro meta to deal with. Alright, so I put TCG only because it restricts people from playing. So I don't actively put things up like TCG only on Yugioh Pro because it gets a lot of rage quits, a lot of other issues. It's hard to get a game on there sometimes, so I just let people play slightly crazy decks with OCG cards. So if we could beat those, that says something good about our deck anyway, right?
Oh yeah. It's pretty neat, you can get away with a lot in this deck, which I really enjoy. He's probably gonna add something up. Yeah, he's gonna add, and you're just gonna drill here. I don't like in this meta. I don't even know if I would even add there. Like getting drilled is.
Well, I don't know if
insane.
anybody is expecting droll on Yugioh Pro, but in real life, if you can avoid getting drolled, you should. Like if you're playing dinosaurs, you can just summon Oviraptor and mill your Mussolinosaurus instead of adding it to hand. That way you don't get drolled. There are little things you can do.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
So he's playing Phantom Knights or just like a warrior deck.
I see like the cloak and the graves. That kind of screams to me like some kind of rank up.
Assuming he's playing a real deck, yeah, Phantom Knight rank up Magic Launch is a very possible choice. But it looks like he's ending on nothing really.
Yeah, he just passes to drill. He had plays, but I just let that not happen. So I think the first thing I would do is go Foolish Burial Goods and send Assault.
That way we can get a Master Plan out of our hand. And this is only a one of. The other one's better, I suppose.
Yeah. No, just activate Assault and bring out Master Plan, search Rescue.
If there's a zoning thing you need to tell me, like we'll call the left zone Zone 1 and the right zone Zone 5. Anywhere in particular?
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter right now. No. Then yeah, just activate to add the rescue. I don't know what the back row is. It keeps checking. You shouldn't really base it off that, but like if you're playing against someone in person, they'll definitely be like thinking. That's kind of like the same thing. So this is really unoptimal, but I definitely would just normal summon the last resort because you have to.
Alrighty.
Now this is interesting because like it depends on how you want to go about this. Like if you think that your plan could get chain blocked, you can make Borg here and then discard Borg, rescue Chainlink 2, and then activate plan Chainlink 1, which is also correct. But I think that we should just go for the double helix here.
Okay.
It definitely depends on the board and like what you're playing against, but I think this is fine. I'll just activate the plan here. We'll get the resort, and I'll just add the agent here.
Okay. Is there a particular card you always want to add off of it, or agent's fine? I feel like I've seen people always get like sleeper.
So like resort can activate now, and we can just add the sleeper here. Since we already normal summoned, you just need something to look at the top of the deck, so you actually have your agent go off or your double helix go off. So
should we activate resort so we don't get targeted?
Yeah, so activate that, and then we'll get the sleeper here. Once that card's on the board, like you're pretty much just safe from almost everything, which is pretty nice. So again, we don't really know what the next card is, so I would just reveal that. And he's playing Phantom Knight, so I'd probably just call a monster.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All those spells are out of the deck. Monsters make sense, and we miscalled. All right.
That's fine though. Now we can just call on the double helix and call spell, and we'll get the quick fix.
If you have an effect that can change the top card of your deck, that's where you would use it, I suppose. He doesn't seem to. Quick fix to the field.
Yep. And we'll just summon it out, and that effect can just add it to the drone here, which is fine. We're just going second to kill him, so... So another thing is you really want to respect the fact that they could have Nibiru. So sometimes instead of Oral Sword, I'll just make Appaloosa for like 4. Here I'd probably just go ahead and big red back the master plan and add another rescue.
That also gets us to Appaloosa for 3. Assuming we want to do that.
Right. I think what we're gonna do is just like I wouldn't prioritize making it with like a ton of things right now. I think we're just gonna worry more about like breaking his board and extending. So I would change the quick fix into a Link Haribo.
Alrighty.
And then I would activate the Quick in the Grave to discard Rescue and summon itself again.
So now it's going to get banished if it leaves the field.
Correct. Yeah.
I can't imagine we wouldn't search.
No, I mean, you just go ahead and do that.
Oh, now there's less need to keep it around, I guess.
I would change the Link Haribo and the Quick Fix into Phoenix and pop the back row with Rescue.
And we get to draw a card.
Exactly. Co-linking is the best thing.
So now that can't die by battle once this turn.
It's still dead. I think he just gets to revive off that.
Oh, he can summon a Phantom Knight from grave, which he has too.
I mean, we just drew Call by the Grave, so it's irrelevant, I guess. I would do the Master Plan and the Double Helix into Unicorn.
And the question is, what are we spinning?
I would spin the Armageddon Knight. We can just discard the drone.
That way we don't have to deal with attacking it twice.
Correct, and we'll get another draw.
Free cards, I'll take it.
I would go ahead and use a rescue on the drone. You already have all of our rescues.
Any particular zone?
No. I would just activate drone effect though on summon.
And we can give him a worse card than Foolish Burial, because that's a pretty good card.
I would give him the rank up, and then stack Marauding, and then the Fogblade.
Alright, odds are he won't get an Xyz monster out.
I would put Unicorn and Drone into Appaloosa for 2. Which seems a little ridiculous, but he's not going to interfere with his board right now. So like even if something happens here, like we still have follow up for next turn. We can go ahead and activate the other rescue in the grave. Now this one's totally up to your call. So like you probably could just make the Boral Sword here, and just absolutely kill your opponent. But like I also want to be smart about this because he doesn't have a lot of follow up, and he's playing something like Phantom Knights. So I would revive the Last Resort.
So we could equip it to the sleeper?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then summon the sleeper.
Anything we want to keep in there?
The Double Helix.
Okay. Any particular zone?
No. And then equip the Last Resort to it.
Alright.
And then I would Monster Reborn the Double Helix to any zone. And then I would just use the sleeper effect to pop the Easel.
I think I picked the wrong zone for that Helix, just in case we ever wanted to like use its effect again. We want to keep its zone open so it can point to something.
Oh, it's fine. It's gonna be off the board anyway. Battle Phase. And just like attack with everything. If he tries to activate the trap, just banish to PK.
Also, we managed to land a hit with the Appaloosa before reducing its attack to negate anything, so that's good.
Yeah, a lot of times we don't make like the smartest moves. Yeah, this is lethal.
It's pretty close.
So he's gonna use that, and you're gonna use Call by the Grave on whatever he targets. And then the reason why I reborn the Double Helix is because your end board there would be Appaloosa, Griffin, and Sleeper, which is a very good board. Because I would use Double Helix and the Phoenix for Griffin. A lot of times you don't have to make a crazy board in this deck. Like you just have to make a board to make your opponent not be able to play the game.
Yeah, don't need to overextend. Alright, so siding. What needs to come in and what needs to come out?
So if he's playing Phantom Knight, Caliuga, whatever, he's also going Azolde on his third summon, so that means he can't do anything. So I'm probably summoning or using the Rock. And then, so like the magic number is always 6. Like you never want to side more than 6, but like 6 is always the greatest thing you can do. So I'd probably do Pinkertops.
I hear he's good against Phantom Knight spell.
And the double Ogre. You're going second, so you want to crush the board as fast as possible. His back row won't really matter. I'd probably take out both Veil to make room here. I'll take out an Agent, and then one of each hand trap, and then one Call by the Grave.
Alright. Looks good to me.
You don't want to draw multiples of things that can only be activated once a turn.
Yeah, that's why I try to use a variety of hand traps if possible sometimes, but some are just so good.
Yeah, see, this is insane.
Well, they're going first, but at least we'll be able to...
So he probably has... Like, even if he has, like, the connector here, he still loses, and this is 3 summons, so, like, unless he's gonna turbo Appaloosa, he just straight loses.
So I guess the smart thing for him to do would be summon something off his old. So this is his 4th. If he summons something off his old, that's 5, and then we just tribute everything?
What's in his grave again? What did he distribute off? So he has the Cloak.
Cloak and jump forward.
You can add a Fog Blade. This is Dark Law. I would probably Nibiru here. He only has 2 cards left in hand. All this is gonna do is add the quick play. It doesn't matter what zone. And then defense with that, yeah. Yeah, that's changed too. So that's adorable.
Some sort of generic warrior deck. It's not like a hero deck or a Phantom Knight deck exactly.
Did he just banish? Oh, I was about to say, I was like, why did you banish that? Like, okay.
The Phantom Knight? Yeah, that would be kind of weird. Alright, I wonder what he can do with just these few cards. So he's got a sword in his hand. It doesn't really do anything. It's probably set even. It's a bluff.
Yeah, he's just walling up, which is fine. It doesn't really do anything. So this is where your hands get really awkward sometimes, and you really have to make the call on what you want to do. So we're gonna have to sack the sleeper here. I would probably go the 1-for-1 on the sleeper. We have call by, so it's good, like all good.
That was a very convenient draw. Please ash us.
It was. Sometimes, you just make one play, and if it doesn't go through, then, it happens in decks. Quick fix for sure. Sometimes they get the souls here and pitch off the rescue, but it's definitely worth to just get the big red here.
Oh, we're getting big red? I actually thought we were getting something else, but that's fine. I thought we would do drone, look at their hand, and then do double helix.
I mean, you can do that if you want. I just am worried about like what he has right now, because if you go double helix and commit everything into that, you just kind of lose. He does have a back row, so it could be Fogblade.
It also could be called by, in which case we lose if we do it the other way. So, I mean, it's a judgment call, I guess, right?
I mean, I would go big red here, personally. I don't want to put everything into one card and just, like, lose because of it.
Alright.
I would Foolish, Master Plan. He has something, I don't know. I feel like his back row is probably Fogblade. Because he searched the Brigadine, so I'm pretty sure that's probably a Fogblade.
It is Mass Change 2. Ooh, that is pretty good.
That does affect things here, which is interesting. Well, I mean, it doesn't really affect things, but it does affect things, because he makes the Dark Law here, and whatever we send just gets bopped. I'd probably just send, like, Nibiru, to be honest. Like, we don't really want to top deck that. And from here, that's actually just unfortunate, but, like, it is what it is. I would just go ahead and attack over the Dark Law.
Yeah, I totally forgot that he can do that on that token, on that monster.
See, like, the smart thing here, right? Go main phase 2. And then use those 2 to summon Cerberus and discard the rescue. And pop the token.
It's not that big of a token, but I guess we don't want him to have resources. Oh, we haven't normals, right?
No, that's what, like, you still have play here. which is unfortunate because you could have just went like barricade, I guess, too, which would have been fine. But I think this is okay. And then we just go rescue here for the quick, and then quick can search us the drone here. We can give him a bad top deck. That's how I play around boards, though. Is I always play passively. Instead of just like, yeah, that's fine. Instead of just going all into one thing. Drone here.
Could we get rid of our Cerberus so we could actually make Helix?
Yeah, we'll be good. And then, yeah, I guess we'll just give him the rank up. Doesn't really do anything. And now I just used the Cerberus and the quick, and I would go into the what?
Into what?
Oh, sorry. Probably just into Unicorn, because it gives you fast access to the Appaloosa. No, and then we can use a big red on the quick again.
More searches. Sounds good.
And then I would just get the last resort. It's kind of at this point, like if he has an Nibiru, he has it. You know. It's unfortunate either way. We'll just make the double helix here. And we gave him a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, some master plan. This deck's so good.
Well, I think master plan needs to go, but you know, one day.
I
one
agree.
day.
I'll just search the rescue here then.
So I guess.
And then I would use what?
So I was thinking at this point we just do Appaloosa and then he can't do anything.
Yeah, Appaloosa with the unicorn in the master plan in the same spot that unicorn's at. And then we do. We had to sack the sleeper to start this combo, which is really awkward. Well, he just quit anyways. I probably would have just went Appaloosa with Griffin and then set Call by the Grave, and it would have been enough. You could have even brought back the quick fix and then brought back the double helix and then searched the utility wire. You could end with last resort equipped a double helix, Griffin, Appaloosa, set the utility wire and the Call by the Grave, and you would have just bodied him next game.
Sounds pretty cool. Let's body someone else.
Like with the deck, there's a lot of really niche interactions, and I feel like a lot of people overextend way too far. So like instead of making like the big board, like if you know that you can kill them or like they're at a disadvantage, just make like Appaloosa, Griffin, and pass. Like sometimes that's just enough. Also having agent in your graveyard with rescue is amazing. It's a quick effect MST comes up. So you just open full combo between drone and agent, which is insane. Normal
Alright,
drone,
so what do we do?
activate drone. We definitely just give him the Jackal here. If you give him the Cerberus, he's a play starter. If you give him the control, he has a starter, so Jackal's fine. Summon the agent.
Don't make a mistake. A pendulum monster is a monster, not a spell card. I'm sure someone would do that.
Make the double helix here. And we'll summon the master plan.
Do you prefer left or right side? Does it matter?
Usually go to.
Alright.
It doesn't horribly matter. It just allows you to be able to use double helix as your Trigate piece.
Oh, just so people know, double helix can add from graveyard, right?
Effect of that, add the rescue, which is so good. You can activate the Rota here. It's kind of not really a point not to at this point. We can just go ahead and grab the Tough. Just get another name out.
No, we don't have a normal summon for later yet anyway.
I'd probably Foolish here and just send the other rescue as well. Just playing with cards we already have available. Now, this one's interesting. I guess we can just like sack the two. I really enjoy just making those two into the barricades so we can get the other rescue in the grave. And then this also chain blocks, which is really nice. And we discard the rescue. And then we'll just go ahead and add this and the sleeper. I would actually just resort here. Here we can summon out the master plan again. There should be one more rescue.
Yeah, there's one more.
Then I would resort for the quick fix. And then I would make Unicorn and shuffle back the resort, discarding the assault. And then I'll use assault to bring back the quick. And then quick fix search the last resort. There's like a lot of really weird interactions in here. I'd probably go ahead then and do the rescue in the grave right now for the double helix.
It's nice to be able to bring back Link 2s with one card
That's
over and over
ridiculous.
again.
And I'd probably put it just like anywhere, to be honest, just not underneath like the unicorn. And then I would make the quick fix into Link Kuriboh next to the double helix, and then use the quick engrave to pitch the rescue, and then add big red.
It's nice to know pendulums don't have room for hand traps.
Yeah.
Big red?
So if you were playing the Secure Gardener, this would actually just be Tri-Gate combo. It just points to the right, and that's all it's good for because it uses Link Kuriboh. So this is where you really have to decide like what you want to do. So I'd probably put the Unicorn and the quick fix into Palooza for 2.
Seems a little weak.
It's gonna be fine though. Because then next, I would probably use the rescue that's in the grave right now. And I would summon out the, well, it doesn't really matter. So I'd probably just summon out, like, plan. It's fine. And so, like, you can make, like, the Tri-Gate here, too. But I think, like, the strongest play that, honestly, that I would like to do here would just be, like, sack the 3 and make Griffin. And then you can just discard the tough. You just set the Rhoda, so we have follow-up for next turn. Draw the card. That's actually just super good. So here what you can do now is, because obviously it's dependent on like what you draw for things like that. I would just go ahead and use the big red. And summon out the double helix.
More free Link 2s.
I'd probably put it like spaced out from Griffin. And then you use Dark Magic Veil. Summon out the Master Plan. And then I would use both of those, make Phoenix, and put it to the left of Griffin. And then I would just summon Sleeper. But banishing Big Red, probably the Master Plan, and the Agent.
Next to the Griffin so it can activate its effects.
And then equip Last Resort. To me, sometimes, like, obviously Tri-Gate's insane, but, like, sometimes this is just, like, a better board. We'll activate that next turn.
Alright, so we're just going to pass now? Alright, so people need to know that you can't activate Griffin's effect if it's not linked to anything. If you were to summon it solo.
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, it's a funny one.
I'm like, oh no, that's so bad. But, like, a lot of times people just don't even know what Griffin does.
No. That's like a fusion card.
Fusion's one.
I don't think it matters. And even if it did matter, we could just pop it.
What was the other card that we gave him? We gave him Jackal. So he's probably just gonna pen right away. That's fine.
Because we could pop the 2 and he won't be able to bend.
But like if he already has correct scales in hand, that's not a correct play. Because if we pop those 2, then he could just summon them back, and then it'd just be Monka S. Because it really depends on like what he summons. Because I'm pretty sure if you hover over the left guy,
if we destroy an Odd Eyes, he summons one from deck. But if we destroy him, he wouldn't.
So if he's gonna activate that, I'd probably just chain the sleeper here then. Yeah. Pop itself. Pop those.
So if he has MST, he can pop like Last Resort, which would then kill Sleeper, and then Sleeper would kill everybody. But then we can protect ourselves with Appaloosa. That's got to be once per turn, right? Oh, that's a soft once per turn, so you can do it again.
Yeah, it's Monka S. It'd be like that though. But he has less cards to use for it too. So he's just gonna waste those, which is fine. That's why we made Phoenix though. So it's not as big of a deal. He's gonna activate this. We're just gonna negate it. Pretty sure you can just chain negate too, which is also fine.
Well, now he can't use... Well, we still have an active Griffin. Oh wait, he bounced it, so...
Interesting. Well, so he can only special summon 1 here. He still can't out the Sleeper. I'm pretty sure he still just dies.
Oh, what can he really do? I mean, there is a new Odd Eyes rank 7 that's coming out that's ridiculous. It just attacks
he's just
3
walling
times.
up. He's dead. He attacks over the Phoenix, and then yeah, it's over.
That's why I dislike Spyral. It's just too unfair on how little you need to just play after.
So that thing doesn't die, or that thing doesn't trigger if you kill its like itself. So
Itself. Yeah. Also, he has nothing in the extra deck to send back to negate with Vortex right now.
So I think what is smart here is to activate the drone, probably. Well, no.
Tough is still there.
I just don't want him. I think that it would be better if you just go battle phase and just attack over the. Well, no, use the effect of Sleeper. In the battle phase and pop itself, and then the that, and then the extra monster zone one. And then attack over that. And then go main phase 2. And then use agent from your hand and just call monster. And
I think we might have stacked the Endymion spell. Yeah.
I don't remember,
that.
But we have 2, so it's fine. I would just go for it. I don't know.
Monster or spell?
I can't.
I'm pretty sure I did spell. Let's just do spell.
Yeah. Oh, it got shuffled.
Apparently it's foolish, so we got shuffled.
So yeah, just summon that. And then just pop his other scale. And then you can use a drone for tough.
Now we do know. So banish Helix at tough. So we know he's got foolish, which means he's probably sending Dark Worm.
So we can actually just summon tough and make Dweller.
Okay, then he can't even use anything with a Foolish Burial.
And just pass.
Should we use this Roto while we can, so we
Sure.
don't draw the card we're going to search?
It's fine. Yeah, this deck can just... Yeah, this
Otherwise
deck
it'd
can
be
just
dead.
tear things up. Like, it's... Doesn't even matter. Like, nice scales you got there, bud. You know? Yeah, just drop phase, chain it. We already know it's foolishness, man.
Well, we'll let him play it first. Troll him a little. Because there's nothing you can do with it other than activate it.
Yeah, you win. It's penned.
Right.
He's gonna have monster effects here. Probably just the rock. They have to expend more to do things, but he could just go Jackal, which is also disgusting.
Ogre is pretty good against a lot of that
Honestly, I'd
stuff.
probably take out the rock and I just put in Ogre and Pankratops and call it a day.
Alright, what are we cutting? I guess we have nothing to call by in this match, right?
And then, well, we probably have to deal with the drone, the crow too, so I'd probably just put an evenly match over the crow.
Makes sense. We could get 2 of them and break his board.
Like, even though he just quit completely. I was gonna say evenly is smart there too, because like even if you can bait the fusion, like their board just gets blown out. The combos are so long in this deck, but like as long as you're smart about it, it's not that bad. Yeah.
We're going first, right?
That's fair. This deck has a very high ceiling too. There's a lot of dumb things you have to do in this deck, i.e. right now. So no
Normal draw.
yeah,
Where art
normal
thou?
draw. Where art thou for souls? It'd be like that. He's probably
Well, that's
that is what
unfortunate.
we call the big sad. Link Karibo pass, honestly.
All right, so this deck has a issue with bricking,
I
right?
mean, it happens sometimes, but like that's any deck, you know. Uh,
Should we Foolish Good since it's once per turn and we could draw it for turn?
yeah. Sometimes I like to wait on that. Depending. You can activate it though. The only reason I like to wait is because like if I draw Master Plan for turn, then I would send Assault rather than the Rescue. But I would definitely just send the Soul Rescue here. Sorry. Um,
Our opponent seems to be some salty guy. End phase, right?
You know, it'd be like that. It's a thing. Any deck has awkward hands. Obviously, you can see what the deck does when it goes off, and like when it has gas. But like, you know, sometimes they just have everything. It's fine. And this might just be us being dead.
Yeah, going second deck that prevents you from actually getting anywhere should be able to kill this deck because we don't play that many hand traps, just Crow and Droll, and not every deck searches 1,000 times per turn.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Crow would have still been, or not Crow, Droll would have still been insane. Which is unfortunate because keeping that in hand right now might have been actually okay. If he makes Toad here, I'm pretty sure we just go game 2. So that's fine. I'm pretty sure that we just put in the appointers over the... I'd honestly just do it over the Drolls. And that'd be it for me, yeah. You just want to see that card so you don't get, like, absolutely board wiped the next turn.
Oh, he's playing Mermail Frogs, I think.
Yeah, so, like, if he opens, like, the Diva or, like, Neptibus, then you can just snipe it from their hand.
Seems like they have a complicated side game going on here.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes you just need a second.
Well, sometimes people don't know what they decide out. Going first.
Oh my god, these awkward hands. Foolish Burial, Send Plan. At least, like, we're gonna be able to go off here. Which is still really awkward. Veil for the plan. And add Rescue. It's gonna be another normal summon hand trap game. Yeah, no. Out of here.
If only you saved that bell, you could have belled the call by.
It may not be optimal, but it's possible. Yeah. Activate, Rescue.
Alright, what are we doing?
Normal the Crow. Pro plays. Barricade, discard the Rescue. Man, that's so disgusting when you have to do that. And we're just gonna add the Agent and Resort. And then we'll go ahead and just activate the Resort and probably add the Sleeper. What do you have? Oh, you're gonna Ash that? Okay. That's fine. Reveal Agent and then call Monster because he's playing combo deck. Yeah. And then Monster Reborn back to plan. He just wasted both of his hand traps. Congrats, bud. You lose. Then add Rescue here and make double Helix, call Monster again, summon Quick Fix. quick fix is going to be able to go ahead and add the big red here.
Is there anything he can do to make
I'm
an
pretty
Appaloosa?
sure not, because it's combo deck, and he's drawing Gunned, and then his other 3 cards in his hand might not be that insane. So like you're gonna be able to do a lot here, like regardless. I would just change the quick into the Link Revo, and then revive quick by discarding the rescue. His deck is based off normal summons, so I think it'd be really smart if we just play conservative here and keep Double Helix on field. So I would probably just add the Utility Warrior, because we're also not getting to our sleeper because of the resort thing. And then I would use quick, Link Revo, and the Barricade all to go into your Appaloosa. And I'm pretty sure like he just can't do anything up top. Look at the grave. Pretty sure we have double rescue in there. So I'd probably just go ahead and bring back the master plan and add another rescue. Then I'd probably just go ahead and make the unicorn, pitch the rescue, and then shuffle back the resort.
But if we do that, we make our... Oh wait, so we can...
Make unicorn.
Right, we can make unicorn, spin resort, then we have to bring back the helix to make the utility wire live, right? Okay.
Shuffle that back. And then we can use the... I would probably use the big red here. Because you don't want your agent to be stuck on field just by a spell card in case he has to pop for it. So I'd bring that back.
Is there a reason to bring it back in a particular zone? I feel like giving us space to summon would be good.
So we have a space to summon next to Unicorn, but I would definitely do it on the right side. No, not the right side, but yeah, that's also fine because we'll have an arrow to it. Set that, and then I would just use the rescue in your grave to do your master plan and add the assault. Then I would use the unicorn and the master plan to make Griffin. Then pitch the assault. Set Monster Reborn. Seems. Oh no. Yeah, Monster Reborn's fine. I was about to say Call by the Grave. But Monster Reborn's also a-okay. Oh, we drew it anyways.
Speaking of,
I was always a luck stack. It's okay. And then we'll just pass on that. The rescue in the grave is really cool because we have agent rescue, so that just means that we have a quick effect of a that has to mandatory activate. That's good. We have the agent in the grave, so rescue plus agent is a quick play MST if we need it. Plus we have plenty of back row set up here. So yeah, this is adorable actually. Just bounce that. There's not a whole lot that you're gonna do, bud. Night.
The best he can have is what, Megalo and like another Megalo with the Gundy? But then that gets negated.
Even if pitches Dragoons here, man, like we just call by it, and it's like it's wraps. Because he tries to summon here, so we definitely call by that 100%. But I would probably also.
Oh, I should have negated it.
I was about to say you should probably also negate it. But he's just gonna scoop here. So he's playing.
Well, now we're going second. Wait, are we going second? I guess he's playing Frog, so he's probably making Toad.
If he's going Toad deck, I would definitely just go. Well, this is interesting, right? I would take out a Pointer. I would take out a copy of Veil. Call by the Grave is a great card to bait with. And I would take out a copy of Where Art Thou. It gives us 5 wiggle room. I'd probably put in a copy, or both copies of Ogre, Pankratops, and 2 evenly. I'm trying to think if there's another spot. Well, actually, just take out 1 call by and put it in the 3rd evenly.
Alright.
Yeah. Cards like Anti-Magic Arrow here is also pretty okay. I think it's better off, though, to just, like, try to bait and wipe his board, especially if he doesn't have Toad, because wiping his board is better. Yeah, he's definitely going first. I figured he wasn't gonna big brain me. Go second.
So anti-magic arrows is used so that your opponent can't evenly you at the end of your battle phase or their battle phase?
So it says at the beginning of the battle phase, activate this, and your opponent can activate their spells and traps for the rest of the turn, and you can't respond to this.
It says nobody can.
Yeah.
It says no one can.
But
it used to be played back in Metal Foe Yang Zing. You would just go into the battle phase, and then main phase 2, you would just do all the nonsense with the... What's his name? Can't remember.
Boxia, and just like spin things?
Yeah, Jiao-Tu. Jiao-Tu would summon mad Boxias and spin everything.
Yeah. Our hand's actually pretty okay. Double Crow against Mermail, I'll take it. See, matchups like this, you can almost guarantee... Let's check his grave real fast. What do you send? That's fine. Matchups like this, you can almost guarantee that you can just straight up win. Because of cards like Crow. And like if you activate Drone, you can almost always just call a monster and get it correct.
We can DD Crow the Teus.
Yeah. That's a good thing here.
Otherwise he might make Gaios, which could be a problem.
Yeah, that's not ideal. We definitely don't want that on the field. That's going to negate a spell, so we're definitely just going to call it with Agent and get rid of that.
Actually, it negates a spell effect, so just playing Assault to the field, I think, would just send it to the graveyard.
I mean, yeah, that's smart too. What are you making? Oh, that's adorable, actually.
This card's actually not nearly as good as I thought it would be when it was announced.
I mean, if he has like infantry in hand, which I don't think he does, I mean, that could be...
Well, he pitched one already.
I think it's fine, though. We don't have to bait anything. So, yeah, I would probably just do that thing, though. Just activate the Assault.
So I'm pretty sure it'll just send his card. Sort of. So this should just send his card to the grave, but I think it keeps Assault on our field.
Yeah. That's the reason that it negates Super Poly. It just negates the first thing. So I would probably just 1-for-1 the Crow and go ahead here and summon out the Drone. Okay. Does that do anything when it's destroyed? Because just drop an attack.
If this card's in its owner's possession, just drop an attack. Or card effect, you can send one water monster from your deck to the graveyard, then target one water monster in your graveyard and special summon it in defense position. So he could just send Neptibus and then bring it back, but we need at least another way to kill it.
Honestly, I would just pass.
Yeah, I agree. I'm afraid of letting him just get any monster he wants. Also, his monster is a quick effect during our turn only.
Yes. So passing there is just absolutely the correct call. Not giving him a play. Wow, this is just like what we call straight up unfortunate.
We could pass again.
This is the kind of game state where you just have to take what you got and just pass. It's not always optimal. But, like, at the same time, if it's like when you are playing against, like, Striker, right? Like, sometimes it's just better to just... Is that only by battle?
No, or card effect. So if we pop it, he'll get something. Okay, he gets to search whatever. This could be a problem. But at least we have an ogre.
So he's going to do that. He's going to be able to get his Dragoon effects. It really depends, because if he normal summons us and we ogre it... He could just add the Megalo... I mean,
we could also ogre a Megalo when he tries to make it attack twice.
I think that's correct. I think we just let him do what he's going to do.
Who'd have thought it would have been better to keep the Crow?
Yeah. Yeah, where I thought would have been game. This is about to be big damage.
Well, there's a chance we die, because he might just have the damage to not try to do that.
64, that's 1, that's 15, that's 45, that's 800, that's 53, that's 61, 71. He has lethal on board already, just scoop.
Oh, let's see. He can misplay.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Yeah. Why are you an idiot?
You know,
like, just attack, dude. That's lethal.
Maybe he could have made a negate by doing that. So sometimes there's a reason for them to extend beyond that. Like if he could just make something that stops Battle Fader, it's technically not wrong.
Just the fact that was lethal.
As long as he has a reason to do it.
Yeah. Man, that's what I call unfortunate. Like, okay. That's why I make up.
Well, it depends if we win. I think we lost game 1, right? So we actually do need to win this game.
Yeah. It really depends on like top deck, like what we see.
He's also, I think he added heavy infantry to hand, so he has a pop for us if we do anything next turn. Because of the Basilica.
Interested.
Oh, Abyssalacia.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what
I can't pronounce this card's name.
He's thinking real hard right now. He added the heavy infantry, and he added dragoons.
Sometimes I try to clear the log every once in a while so I can keep track of the new stuff.
What does he do from here?
I'm not sure he knows. That's why he's going so slow. Like, is he still searching for the dragoons?
He might be.
1, 2, 3, 4. He's got more than enough. He's got too many to do Mulan
That'd be
Glacia.
devastating. That usually is, though.
Is there one card we could top deck that would do anything?
Absolutely. There's so many good cards in this deck. If we top deck Souls, it's over. Souls is wraps. That card is absurd. Souls, Where Art Thou, get Quick Fix, bring back the Master Plan, Master Plan add Rescue, Souls pitch Rescue, draw another card, Agent summon to the board. Souls is GG, that's why that card's so expensive.
Well, he could pop us with the heavy infantry, so... Unless his deck is out of Mermails, which is also a possibility.
Draw. I mean, it's not bad. I would definitely Rhoda here for the tough. So this is gonna be interesting. I would just normal the tough like straight away. We'll see if he interacts with it. I would use a tough, and I would target the dragoons.
Go monster.
Assault will let us draw here.
Oh yeah, that's important too.
Nice.
I find these mission cards are really weird with their, effects that kill themselves eventually when they're on the field.
So that's interesting. I would probably just attempt to summon the agent.
Well, we know it's there. It's a kaiju.
Yeah, that's what's concerning. Discard that. So...
Oh, he tried to change the top card of his deck. Smart move.
So he's drawing Swap Frog, which is insane. That's going to allow him to blow something up. These are the games where I would just, set Rescue, attack, and do them and pass. Which is also insane right now, because, if we pop this, he gets to do, add one to hand, right?
Yeah, he summons a water from his grave. And sends a water from deck to grave. So he could just crash it himself.
So I would definitely...
But if we attack him, we draw a card, which is
we only draw a card once per turn.
Oh, never mind.
I would just set Rescue and pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can win this game.
You can definitely grind it, which is fine.
Oh, hopefully.
I would probably just, whenever he does something, just shotgun the Rescue and add back the tough.
Well, he hasn't done anything that's really threatening yet.
I would just shotgun it, because he's going to summon Toad.
Well, we're going to wait. Well, as soon as he has 2 level 2s, obviously, we're going to do something. But he could pop it for us, and then we can summon it for defense. So he might not pop it if he knows what it is,
I mean, either way, I feel like...
Yeah, I don't think we can win this game, but...
This is... Alright,
so obviously we're going to have to do it now.
This is Toad.
Toad can't negate a face-up rescue.
It's does Toad only negate activations? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is fine.
Not sure why it's not letting me add back. Maybe I didn't hold down the clicker.
You just hit activate, so it didn't let the card fully
there's a
resolve.
Alright, that's fine. Please let me add a card back.
It's actually a really big brain to summon the anime. I don't know why he just didn't do it with the other two. Like the Alacia and then the Swap Frog, or like the Ronin Totem. I think that would have been a lot smarter, because then like you would have been able to keep more resources. I guess you just valued adding back the Swap Frog.
Does this one do a special one from Grave?
Oh, that's cute. You send infantry, okay. You have Swap in hand, you have Ronin in the grave, you have Megalo in hand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Yeah, this is big dead.
Oh, no. I wanted to see if it'd be funny he'd like not activate the effect again so he doesn't get ogred again. But he didn't have to.
You win some, you lose some.
Alright, so we can't win them all. I think we got to see a lot of the strengths and weaknesses of the deck. Let's go back to the deck list and see if there's anything else we want to mention. Alright, we're back with the deck list. Any thoughts on what has transpired in these 3 matches?
So, cards like Dweller are just really good. You don't really see them a whole lot in those games, especially in Yugioh Pro, because a lot of the matchups on there just aren't real. But just know that Dweller is like super amazing, especially because Lunalate is one of the other best decks of the format right now, and this card just absolutely makes them stop playing.
My roommate wanted to look at Dark Magic Veil.
Yeah, Dark Magic Veil is really neat, just because it allows you to special summon the plan if you brick it, which is always the biggest issue of the deck.
We'll be back, right?
And it's just a really niche thing that just allows you to extend. Playing Triple to where Arthal is also super important. Some people are cutting it for less, but like this card plus Souls is game. Like it's actually ridiculous. Like Souls is so expensive right now because it's good. I know a lot of people right now are really mad because things are really expensive. Like Appaloosa is like $110. But like at the same time, like these cards are expensive because they are good. If you're running a list right now with IP Mask Arena, I'd probably take it out because that card doesn't do enough. And I've seen a lot of people with that. It just never comes up in this game. Everything in your extra deck is really useful, especially the Boro Load. I know a lot of people cut that. But like when you're dealing with monsters that you just can't do anything about, like Abramax, like you just need ways to out it. And this is just one of those ways, which is really neat. Especially the fact that you can't target it is so good if you're playing against like Guru or something like Control-y. They can't do anything to it except like crackdown it, which is fine. Especially because you have Agent and you're able to pop things as a quick effect with Rescue in the Grave, which is a neat interaction. But other than that, I think I've said pretty much everything that I enjoy about the deck so far.
Alright, so you stream every day, I think, or
just about
quite often? Alright, so starting at like 7 p.m.
Yeah,
Eastern?
7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm always live for about 5 hours.
Alright, we're gonna be linking your Twitch link down in the description. Everyone make sure to check out Frosty Sevev.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Alright, and check out YugioPlayer, the Yugioh channel.
It's basic, but it works, you know? Simple and sweet.
Yeah. Alright, and that's gonna wrap this up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and we'll see you guys next time.